Welcome to South Central Pennsylvania and a quaint little town called Chambersburg. I'm excited to meet Bryan Bender, a fresh and chip potato grower from Bender Potatoes. He and his family live in this beautiful, nationally registered historic farmhouse built in 1740. So let's pop in and say hello.
Hey.
Bryan?
Yeah.
Tito.
Hey, Tito.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Come on in.
Thank you.
Tito, let me introduce you to my family.
Hello, family. Who do we have here?
This is my wife, Betsy.
Hi, Betsy. Nice to meet you.
This is Lottie.
Hi, Lottie.
And that's Hart.
Hey, Hart.
And I have a younger son named Jack running around somewhere.
Oh, it looks like you guys are eating some breakfast. I see it's potatoes. You guys like potatoes? Me too. I'm kind of jealous. But I'm actually going to steal your dad away for a little while. He's going to go tell me about your farm. You ready?
Let's go.
I would love to hear a little bit about the history of this farmhouse and your farm.
I can tell you a little history, but let me introduce you to some people who can give you even more.
All right.
This is my dad, David, and my mom, Linda.
David, so nice to meet you.
See you.
Linda, nice to meet
Hi,
you.
it's nice to meet you. Thanks for coming.
Thank you so much. I would love it if you could share with me a little bit about the history of Bender Potatoes. Who started it, when it started.
Bryan's great-grandfather, Charles Bender, he had a farm right where the Chambersburg Senior High School sits right now.
Really?
Yes, yes. And that was in the 1920s is when he had that. And then one of his sons, who was also Charles Bender, Bryan's grandfather, bought his own farm about 2 miles away. And so he farmed there until probably 65. So at that point in time, he bought the Sandy Mountain Farm. He had the foresight to put in a large pond, and he started growing potatoes there. David and his older brother Charlie took over as the third generation. They expanded in lots of different ways. Bryan came back into the family business as the fourth generation. And he also is bringing a lot of innovative things into the business and growing the business even more.
And who currently from the family works on the farm?
Well, David and Bryan, and I help some, and our niece Brooke.
David, can you tell me, how proud are you that your kid and your grandkids are continuing this legacy that your family has created?
I guess I'd put it grateful.
Great.
I'm more grateful to God for giving me the opportunity to farm and surrounding me with a beautiful family.
What makes this particular region so great for growing your potatoes?
The best thing about growing potatoes here is we have people, lots of people around. New York City's close, DC, Baltimore, Philadelphia.
And what kind of potatoes do you grow? What are they used for?
Like 7 different varieties of white potatoes. They're for chip potatoes or table stock. A lot of them go to restaurants.
So I can tell by looking around that it's harvest time, it's September. So what needs to happen in order for harvest to happen?
We need good weather. We need a team of people working together. We need to have machines running, tractors running, equipment running well. So there's a lot of things need to work together.
How many acres do you farm on?
140 acres potatoes, but we farm on 450 acres total. And we have a 3-year rotation in our potato fields to try to just build the soil health in between so they can produce when it's time.
So we just came from the field where they're harvesting the potatoes. They get loaded into trucks like this, and then what happens here?
So we bring them in from the field dirty, we load them with the loader, and then we have people stand up there and we pick out the rocks, and then they ship out to become potato chips.
And where are they shipping to?
A chipping company that's about an hour down the road. So we'll dig in the morning, and by lunchtime they're chips.
By lunchtime.
End up in the grocery store the next day. That's what's great about our location. We have several chipping factories that are super local.
And are you a chip guy or are you a French fry guy?
I mean, I love chips, but French fries are my favorite.
Same.
Yeah.
That's why we're friends. So I know that most of your potatoes are used for chipping. What happens to the ones that aren't? Where do they go?
We bring them to the packing shed here where we can wash them, we can bag them, and we can store them.
Once they are packaged, where do they go?
We sell a lot to local grocery stores. Food distributors will come and pick up 50-pound bags, and then we sell to some local restaurants where we will deliver them to the restaurant.
Talk to me about your employee relationship. What is that like?
We got a handful of really faithful employees that I enjoy working with, and I hope they enjoy working for me and with me. We try to create an environment where they can thrive and just be themselves, and we really appreciate each other and value one another.
So being a smaller farm, do you ever work with other farmers outside that in the rest of the state?
We have a cooperative. Pennsylvania Cooperative Potato Growers helps bring the growers together. Even though we're smaller, if we work together, we can meet some large orders, large demand of potatoes, and just promote the Pennsylvania potato nationally.
So Bryan, this barn had to have been built around the same time as the farmhouse, right? It is stunning.
Yeah, the farm was circa 1740. The house was built late 1790s, and the barn was built 100 years ago.
Do you actually use this, or is it purely for aesthetical reasons?
It's nice looking, but yeah, we do use it a lot. Top part, we store a bunch of hay. Bottom level is actually a potato storage.
Do your kids just run around this place wild?
We love living here. We love being on the farm, having the space for them to be kids. When I'm working, they're able to come and join in and hang out with me. We love walking down through the woods and playing wiffle ball, and just being a family on the farm is really fun.
What traits would you say that it takes to be a really great potato grower?
You gotta be willing to work hard. You gotta trust other people. Everything's always changing, so you gotta be flexible. But you have to be willing to have a little adventure and try new things.
What is your favorite part about being a potato grower?
It's not always the same thing. There's always something new or a new challenge to try to overcome. I love that.
From what I've seen, it seems like you've overcome every challenge that you've been faced with because your farm is beautiful. So thank you so much for showing me around. It's been such a pleasure.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you.